The afro though, Sinqua was afro.
Otis.
Yeah, Otis goes with me everywhere now. That's what I named my afro, was Otis, and he helps tell the story.
I'm so happy this is finally out. I was like, we've been hearing about Fight Night from the podcast to finally the show was coming out. I thought it was going to be a movie. It was worth the wait, in my opinion. Do you guys feel like it just lives up to all the hype?
Absolutely. The entire production, cast and crew did such a phenomenal job telling this story.
It's a story with a complex narrative, my favorite kind of story, because the protagonists are, have some challenges. They're very flawed people. And the antagonists are people that very often you root for. I love stories like that.
Did you guys already know when you were doing the podcast you wanted this gentleman sitting next to you to play Cadillac Richie?
I've been wanting to work with him for years. He says that I didn't work with him, but it's the other way around. He wouldn't take my calls. I've been wanting to work with Terrence for a very long time. But by the way, everything happens the way it's supposed to be, and this was the one.
You're playing Muhammad Ali, who's one of these people in history that is so well known. So to play him, and you know how we are as Black people, we get on Twitter real quick. We real quick.
Y'all was who I was worried about. It wasn't my mom. It wasn't my mom. It wasn't my peers. It was Black Twitter.
Whatever the expectation is based on the storyline, I feel very confident in saying that we're going to exceed it, because these actors gave everything we asked for and then some.
I was the last person cast. So I was like, well, it's a great company that's assembled. What's the tone? What's it going to be? All of these other questions that I need to ask because
Don going to have his questions.
I got questions.
Don going got questions.
So, but I was very, happy to come into a very collaborative space.
I absolutely loved it. Once I put the wig on, I was like, oh, Lena is here. And every time I got to use the hairpin as my weapon. You will get cut if you play with her.
Chloe with the hairpin?
Chloe with the hairpin.
Chloe with the hairpin, don't play.
I should have that to protect myself constantly.
Right? Listen, don't play with me. I'm
in the
whipping it
tub
out.
with my
Don't
locks.
play. But you got a hairpin too. You have a real good.
You gotta be ready at all times.
It was instinctual for you. You said, okay. Okay.
Wait, the afro though, Sinqua was afro.
Otis.
Yeah, Otis goes with me everywhere now. That's what I named my afro, was Otis, and he helps tell the story. Yeah, because he had to have his own persona and his aura, because once I put him on, it's a different character.
Listen, there we go.
I didn't know what was under that hat, by the way. When he pulled that hat off just now, I wasn't sure. Because let me tell you something.
I got it laid back right now. I'm laying it back right now for a minute.
I wasn't sure too. I was like, does Terrence have on a wig or just his real hair? Because you're the kind of actor that will commit. You will grow that thing on out just for the character.
I'm going to grow it out. I love the way Cadillac looked. That felt good. And I like the way my wife treated me when I looked like Cadillac.
Hello.
So we're gonna have to add that wig to our dresser. I'm sorry.